Guess what today is? Guess what today is? Today is Wednesday. What does that mean? That means it's time for art. So, you know what to do. Get your markers. Get all the markers you can get. Get some paper. Get a pencil. Just get something and join us for art today. Yeah! Hello, my friends. I'm so excited to be with you today. Today, we are going to be talking about the warm and cool colors. Yes, that's right. The warm and cool colors. We've been talking about primary colors and secondary colors, and now we're going to talk about a different set of colors. So what we're going to do before we start our project, Mr. B is going to introduce you to one of his art teacher's friends, going to introduce you guys to the warm and cool colors, and then we're going to come back here and start our project. Let's get ready. Let's go.
Hello, class. Today we are going to talk about colors. We're going to talk about warm and cool colors. So, what makes a color warm or cool? That's the question. Let's answer it. First, let's draw the color wheel. We have our primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. But we need to fill in the blanks. We also have our secondary colors, orange, green, and purple. So now we have a whole color wheel. So we still need to answer a question. What makes a color warm or cool? Well, I have a special magic trick. Pay attention. Watch closely. Did you see that? All right, let's watch again in slow motion. On the top, we have our cool colors, purple, blue, and green. And on the bottom, we have our warm colors, red, orange, and yellow. Okay, so let's draw some warm things like fire, the sun, a heart, a light bulb, a sunflower. All these things are warm colored things. Warm colors can make us feel happy, bright, angry, warmth, and excited. Okay, now let's draw cool colored things like water, grass, purple flowers, leaves, grapes, and a snowflake, and clouds. These colors can make us feel soothing, relaxing, calming, and harmony. About pink? Well, here's the answer. Pink is just a lighter shade of red, so pink is warm. Okay, so let's play a warm and cool game. You have to answer, is it warm or is it cool? Are you ready? Let's go! Is this painting warm or cool? This painting by Vincent van Gogh is cool. Is this painting warm or cool? This painting by Monet is warm. Is this painting warm or cool? This painting by Monet is cool. Good for listening to my video about warm and cool colors. Now we should be able to paint, draw, and color with warm and cool colors.
Wasn't that an awesome video? So we talked about and learned about the warm and cool colors. And I know my friend showed us different examples of the warm colors and different examples of the cool colors. We're going to have one of Mr. B's friends lead us into this art project. All you will need is a piece of paper, a pencil, and some crayons. I'm so excited. Let's begin.
Hello, all of my awesome art students. So this week we are going over our warm and cool colors, and we're going to be using our warm and cool colors to color this fun landscape featuring a tree that we're going to draw together in this video. Now, you will be required to color this. However, the method and materials that you use are completely up to you, as well as how elaborate you're going to choose to color it. You can see I got a little crazy and a little elaborate to try and create this like tie-dye looking sky, and I added like value and shading and stuff. I just had some extra time on my hands, honestly. But you don't have to get this elaborate. You just have to be able to show me that you know which colors are your warm colors and which colors are your cool colors, which we'll go more into detail on that later in the video. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started on our project. We are going to start this project by drawing our tree, and I'm going to use a black marker. You can of course use whatever you have on hand, but I would recommend something black or dark in color. And to start, I'm going to draw the trunk of my tree. And to do that, I'm going to start like right here about mid-page, about in the center, and I'm going to draw a vertical curved line like this. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to draw another vertical curved line, just curving the opposite direction, like that. And then I'm going to start working on the branches, and our branches are going to be like writing the letter Y is the best way I can think of it. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to draw the letter Y like this. So I draw the bottom part of my Y, and then I draw the two top parts. Pretty simple so far. I'm going to now do the same thing in the middle, like this. And then I'm going to do a third one. So we now have 3 letters Y. And at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my 3 Ys with a curved line like this. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to color in my trunk. And what I can do now is I can kind of go in and thicken up some of these lines that I drew for the branches. So that's the start of our tree. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously go in and add more branches, because I don't think a tree only has 3 little branches. How you do this is we're going to draw more Ys, is the best way I can say it. And I'm going to come to each of these ends and I'm going to attach another Y. And if you're like, that makes no sense, what are you talking about? I'll show you. So I'm going to take this branch right here, and this is going to be the base of my Y. So when I say a base, this is our letter Y. This is the base, and these are the 2 ends of the Y. So this is the base of my Y. So I gotta add now the 2 ends, like that. And then I do it over here to this one. Base, 2 ends. Base, 2 ends. And now I'm going to keep going. So now all of these ends are going to be the new bases of my Y. So base, 2 ends. And I'm going all the way until I hit the edge of my paper. So base, ends. now you can see all of my branches go to the edge of my paper, and it kind of becomes a little bit of a jumble and a mess of lines, and that's okay. I mean, it is what it is. I have a lot going on. If you want, you can also add a branch or two to the edge of your tree, just like this. Again, the base and then the two ends. If you have a different way, that is fine, but this is up to you how you want to do this part. And now we're going to go in and just add some hills behind our tree. So I'm just going to go in at the edge of my paper, and I'm going to draw a curved line like that. And I just add a couple of curved lines, and I just build up. It's kind of layering. And you can decide when enough is enough. I think I've got plenty. And you can leave it like this, or what I want to do, because it'll make it a little more fun to color, I'm going to go in and add some just patterns and stuff inside of my hills. Now let's talk about coloring. So let's take a look at our color wheel, and we have all done a color wheel at this point. We can separate our colors into our primary colors, our colors that we cannot make, and our secondary colors, our colors that we make by mixing two of our primary colors together. However, there is another two groups we can separate our colors into, and they are called our warm colors and our cool colors. And just like our primary and secondary colors, there are three colors in our warm color group, and there are three colors in our cool color group. And I want you to take a second and think, with our warm colors, what three colors on our color wheel do you think would go in the warm colors? And I want you to think of what's warm, like the sun or fire. What three colors would you use to color the sun or fire? The three colors would be red, orange, and yellow. So these are our three warm colors. So that means these three colors, green, blue, and purple, also known as violet, are our cool colors. So normally these three colors again make us think of warmer things like fire or a nice sunny day, and these three colors we might use them to show something that's a little cooler or cold, like a slimy frog or a winter day instead of a nice sunny day. And so let's look at these colors on our color wheel. So when we're putting our primary colors on the color wheel, we know that our primary colors don't touch each other, and same with our secondary colors. But with warm and cool, they actually touch the colors that are in that group. So with our warm colors, you have red, orange, and yellow right next to each other. And with our cool colors, we have green, blue, and purple right next to each other. So you can just divide the color wheel in half, and that will help you figure out what are your warm and cool colors. So we're going to use these colors to color our landscape. So when I go to color my tree now, I'm using my warm and cool colors. I'm going to decide for the ground part right here, my hills, are they going to be warm or cool? And I'm going to decide that my hills are going to be warm colors. So since my hills are going to be warm colors, my sky I'm going to color with cool colors. So I'm not putting yellow, orange, or red anywhere near my sky. I'm only going to be using green, blue, and purple for my sky. And because I'm using crayons, I have actually a lot of different colors, a lot of different options. So like I have a couple different oranges. I can use all these oranges as long as I'm using them in my hills. Or I have this blue right here. And this, I've got so many blues. I can use all of these blues, but I can only use them in my sky. Same with these purples, this green. Again, I need to make sure to keep them separate. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And now I'm going to move on to my cool colors. So if you're using crayons, you can actually blend and mix crayons kind of like oil pastels. It's not as good as oil pastels, but you can color over them and kind of mix them a little bit to make cool effects. And there you have it. So again, my sky is all cool colors and my hills or my land are all warm colors. Now you can do it in reverse. That is fine if you would rather have warm colors in your sky and cool colors in your hills. That is a choice. I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with and what kind of technique you use to color your hills and your sky. Till next week.
Wasn't that so much fun? I really hope you enjoyed yourselves. Have a great week and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.